Look at all those people. All those shades and ages, demographics, all together. Hating Keir Starmer together. Brings a tear to my eye. Hi, hello, my name is Lottie, aka Sneezy Ferret, and I'm so happy. Really happy. So obviously the march went ahead in regards to saying no to digital ID, and I would like to congratulate everybody who went. I couldn't be there. I've got a massive heart issue, which is as of yet diagnosed. I am seeing a consultant about it, but yeah, we're no closer to knowing what it is. So yeah, I was really sad that I missed this, but I am going to talk about it right now. So thousands say no to digital ID cards as they march through London as politicians queue up to criticise the plan, as they should. So thousands of protesters have marched through central London to oppose the government's planned rollout of digital ID cards. Yay! Under tight police conditions, because of course it bloody was, demonstrators chanted and waved banners as they walked from Marble Arch to Whitehall this afternoon in protest at the scheme. Sir Keir Starmer announced in September that a mandatory digital ID system would be introduced by 2029 for anyone wishing to work in the UK as part of an effort to curb illegal migration, bearing in mind that Keir Starmer, 2 days after he was voted in, Sir Tony Blair wrote this wonderful article about digital ID, proclaiming it to be massively brilliant and it could be used to actually deal with illegal migration. Now, Labour came out very quickly afterwards and went, no, we will not do this. Promise is not part of our policy, not part of our mandate. We will not be making sure that everybody has to have digital ID, and we will definitely not use it to curb illegal migration. Fast forward 1 year and here we are. So, former Conservative MP Andrew Bridgen, who was expelled from the party in 2023 for comparing vaccines to the Holocaust, led the march alongside protesters carrying an effigy of the Prime Minister. Oh. An advert for the protest by organiser Mass Non-Compliance warned if you accept digital ID now, it may be the last real choice you ever make, and it will be. Hence why I started making videos on this. This is my hill to die on, red line in the sand, do not cross here. I will not be giving my data to the state. Simple as that. I know that they would not be secure with it, and I don't want them to have it. Pass. The Metropolitan Police instructed demonstrators not to stray from the agreed route and to remain on the left-hand side of the road throughout. The government's digital ID plans have drawn criticism across the political spectrum. Yeah, because nobody wants this except for Starmer and Blair. See, I was going to make this video about Tony Blair and his influence on Starmer, but I got so annoyed while making it that I gave up. Now, my intro for it was like, I want to talk about the dirty word of politics, which is the name Tony Blair. Because nobody remembers him for anything other than, well, the Iraq War and the Chilcot Inquiry. Right, anyway, Conservative former... Oh, by the way, did you all know that there's a rumour that there is a particular phrase which is used in Downing Street quite often, which is, what would Tony do? Conservative former Minister Sir David Davis, who opposed ID cards under Tony Blair the first time, said while digital IDs and ID cards sound like modern and efficient solutions to problems like illegal immigration, such claims are misleading at best. I would go so far as to say they are outright lies, because I'm not as nice as him. The systems involved are profoundly dangerous to the privacy and fundamental freedoms of the British people. Yeah, we want to be left alone. We've been promised this kind of thing before. Do you remember when we were all told that facial recognition cameras were going to be great for catching criminals? And they were rolled out all over London. And what we saw in London? An increase in crime. They just wear masks now. Tory leader Kemi Badenoch branded the proposal a gimmick that will do nothing to stop the boats, while Reform UK leader Nigel Farage said he was firmly opposed. The Liberal Democrats have also said that they will not back any system that forces people to turn over their private data just to go about their daily lives. And we'll need this. If it gets put into place for everything that Starmer is hinting at, we'll need it for everything. Public opposition has also surged online, with almost 3 million people signing a petition titled "Do Not Introduce Digital ID Cards" since June. Launched by campaigner Maxime Sutcliffe, it states, "We think this would be a step towards mass surveillance and digital control, and that no one should be forced to register with a state-controlled ID system." Under parliamentary rules, any petition with more than 100,000 signatures must be considered for debate, while those with over 10,000 require an official government response. But we got an official response, and it was, "Don't care, still doing it." Ministers have, however, dismissed the campaign and insisted they will press ahead with the rollout before the next election. In its formal reply, because its other reply was basically childish. In its formal reply, the Department for Science, Innovation and Technology confirmed that the government plans to introduce digital ID cards for everyone aged 16 and over by the time voters next go to the polls, although they've been talking about 13 plus as well. So tell me, Starmer? Yeah, I was going to call him Karma. He's not Karma. He's definitely not Karma Starmer. Sorry, I need to calm down. I'm quite manic. So tell me, why do 13-year-olds need to prove their age again? What is it they're trying to buy? Because I can't think of anything that 13-year-olds... Like, there's not a special birthday at the age of 13. We could occasionally have, like, a special birthday party because, you know, you're a teenager. But I can't think of anything that is possible to do at 13 that you couldn't do at 12. Drawing a massive blank. In its writing in the Telegraph, Sir Keir Starmer said, and I've got to put on a weird voice because he's the least charismatic person in the world, isn't he? Said it was essential to tackle every aspect of illegal immigration, admitting that Labour had previously shied away from confronting public concerns on the issue. Yeah, he doesn't give a damn what public concerns are. People have been complaining about illegal immigration for years now, and yeah, they're only just saying, oh, we care about it, we're going to do something about it. Well, you didn't do anything about it in the past, and you didn't care about it in the past. The plans envisage digital IDs to be stored on smartphones. Don't have a smartphone. Similar to contactless bank cards or the NHS app. Don't use the NHS app. And include details such as name, date of birth, nationality, residency status, and a photograph. I just literally go down to the doctor's surgery and write down my prescriptions on paper. It's not because I hate tech. I mean, I'm using it now. It's because I'm skeptical about things such as apps where the government doesn't care about my data. Officials have said that a further consultation will determine how the scheme will work for those without smartphones. Yeah, I'm not having it. Again, line in the sand, not having it. You can go to hell, Starmer. The government's response also indicated that digital ID could be used for a far wider range of services than originally planned. Not originally planned, they have this planned. They know exactly what they're going to impose in the future. They're just doing it little bit by little bit, hoping that people won't cause a fuss. Well, guess what? We're causing a fuss. We don't want it. Silky Carlo, director of civil liberties group Big Brother Watch, said digital ID was fast becoming a digital permit required to live our everyday lives. Yeah. When do the checkpoints come into place, Starmer? When are you going to do those? She added, Starmer has sold his Orwellian digital ID scheme to the public on the lie that it will only be used to stop illegal working, but now the truth, buried in the small print, is becoming clear. We now know that digital IDs could be the backbone of a surveillance state and used for everything from tax and pensions to banking and education. The prospects of enrolling even children into this sprawling biometric system is sinister. Sinister is a good word. Unjustified, and prompts the chilling question of just what he thinks the idea will be used for in the future. No one voted for this, and millions of people who have signed the petition against it are simply being ignored. So whilst recording this video, so I'm going to just pop this in quickly, I had a really interesting comment from a viewer and I agree with it completely. It says, data is the new oil. Data centres, new refineries, Ashwini Vaishnaw, just as countries trade in and wage wars to control the commodity of oil, the same will be done over our private data. There is far too much money and control to be gained by governments if they gain control over our data, do not comply. I agree, 100%. That is exactly what this is over. We know that data is worth an awful lot of money, hence the amount of tech companies which have cropped up in the past few years who do nothing more than track us online and sell our data. So yeah, that's where this is heading. I also think that Keir Starmer and Blair have both praised China in the past over quite a few things. So why wouldn't we think they might be looking towards that as the future model for Britain? Which will be checkpoints and everything else. If we consider our past a little further and we go back to what happened during 2019 and the lockdowns, which we were told were just going to be 2 weeks. I literally warned my family, I said it won't be 2 weeks. And they went, no, you're overblowing this. Yeah, I wasn't overblowing it. So yeah, the best way to predict the future is to look at the past. Nothing new under the sun. So back to the video. I'm going to leave this video here. I'm not feeling too great today, hence why I haven't even made my bed. Please don't judge me. I just don't feel great. But I did want to make it just to, again, congratulate everyone who went out and did this. I'm so proud of you. You should be proud of yourselves. It is about time, as Britons, we stop being complacent about this stuff. We need to actually gather together and hate on Keir as much as possible. Anyway, love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hey Cosmocat, I put in my video everyone should hate on Kia. Do you reckon we can have a visit from the local bobbies claiming hate speech? Probably. I'll make some tea.